worried about it.
Chief Minister, we also see increasingly that the state governments and the states are actually the geographies that are of interest to outsiders. People say India, but within India they also choose the states. There is a competitive federalism, there is cooperative federalism, but there is also the role of the states in actually being the ambassadors of India in many ways. Andhra Pradesh is the geography which will attract companies, which will also deal with provinces of different countries. How are Indian states, and especially how is Andhra Pradesh looking at this new global India, where all of you are also going to be in many ways the diplomats of India?
No, Indians are the best diplomats, I can say. If you see anywhere in the world, we won't create any problem for that local community. We will adjust with them. And also we are very, very amicable. That is where I am saying, as on today, we are serving the global community also. 20 years back or 15 years back, from my state, nobody, only limited to America and some other countries. Today, if you name any country, that country, our Telugu community is there, and also Indians are there. They are the best diplomats, and also they are working for the global community, for their welfare. That is the biggest contribution from Indian community, especially on technology side.
We also have seen in recent years that state governments are also now investing heavily into rethinking the education and skilling and knowledge spaces that we need to create. And since you're building a whole new city, maybe my question would be that, are you investing for education for the future?
No, this is a very important issue. Earlier, some limited Indians are having talent. To have career, we used to go to different countries, especially for Silicon Valley and other places, in America, everywhere. Now, Indians are very strong in talent. Future, reverse way it is going to happen. Wherever there is a talent, opportunities will come to that place. Distance is not the constraint today. Anywhere you can start a global company. And in knowledge economy, by using technology, I can service anywhere in the world. If necessary, I can go to that country for physically. Both are available. That is how things are happening. This is where I am going in a big way. Skill development and technology. In Andhra Pradesh, if you see, one is Google is coming. In one city, Visakhapatnam, 5 gigawatt capacity data centers are coming. And also AI is coming. Now to supply all these things, we need green energy. We are very strong in green energy. India is having a big advantage of energy transformation. Only India is the country, single grid. I can produce power anywhere in the country. I can use anywhere in the country. Even America didn't have that advantage. In future, our government, central government is thinking, one is green energy corridor, that is transmission lines. One is other use, that is thermal, hybrid, all energy, separate this one. Green energy is going to produce green hydrogen and ammonia. India is going to export energy in the near future. In Andhra Pradesh, already one plant has come, biggest plant, Green Co. They are preparing green ammonia. Already they are having agreement with Germany. They are going to supply. So that is the future India is leading now.
And you are investing in young people who are going to be leading that future.
Totally in transformation is happening. One example I am giving you. Recently we wanted to go for to AI, next level is quantum AI, algorithms how to write. I gave a call. Immediately they have registered nearly 60,000 people within 2 days. And also Chennai, IIT, has started one online courses on AI. Around 2,08,000 people joined. Among 2,08,000, 1,04,000 are from Andhra Pradesh. That is 50% of students are from Andhra Pradesh. Even if you see now today, anywhere in the world, overseas students are from Andhra. That is where I am building, I am investing in a big way for knowledge economy, especially knowledge and technology. Both has to go together now.
There's a very interesting bill you have introduced in the legislative assembly on population management, and you are now incentivizing the third child in families. What is the thinking behind this?
Now we are. This is very interesting subject for all of us. Some of the countries are facing, as on today, aging problem. Earlier, they are unable to attend. India is having an advantage for demographic dividend. It will be there up to 2047. India replacement fertility rate is 2. For replacement, we need 2.1. Now, my Andhra Pradesh as South India, we are having around 1.5. We are far below replacement level. Now I introduced a population management policy. First time, a state government has introduced population management policy. One child, we are giving our incentives. If anybody is having second child, straight away I will give 25,000 rupees cash on delivery. And also third child also will give. For third child, we are going to give monthly 1,000 rupees. For up to 5 years, for nutrition, for how to build that child. That is where we are doing. We are giving maternity leave for 1 year. Even we are giving for males also 2 months or 1 month leave for look after their child. So responsibility for maintaining the children, it is a parental responsibility, equal responsibility. Wife and husband has to look after equally. That is where we are promoting now.
How is the response been to this idea in Andhra Pradesh generally?
Now today, lot of discussion. Exactly 25 years back, I promoted population planning. At that time, I used to go and explain to all people, population is increasing, air is not increasing, water is not increasing, land is not increasing, there will be a problem.
So at that time you were asking them to control.
Control.
Now you're asking to expand.
Promote. Same politician, I am doing both roles. This is very interesting. Otherwise, we will be outdated. So we have seen the danger. I was able to, at that time also, so many people told me, you cannot do it. First, female literacy. Then second, eradication poverty. Then it will happen. Now people are asking me, you are asking to have more children. We will give proper nutrition, education, better living standards, everything. But once all of us has to think only one thing. There is population, we can use technology. Otherwise, robots will be there, work will be done, but very, very difficult for survival. Now countries are facing the same problem. Now those who are having more money, they are not having any children.
Correct.
Only one or no children, they are very happy. Even poor people are having more children even today. My tribal population, they are having more children compared to plain areas. So this is a discussion all of us has to do. Even people are all here, different countries. Even rich people should have minimum children. Then only all these things will happen.